Hi guys, it's Cindy from Living Rich with Coupons. How is everybody today? Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and it is a warmer day here in New Jersey than it has been, thank goodness. And the snow is actually all gone here. Well, on the lawn, not on those big mounds in the parking lots. But good morning, as everybody's starting to join in. I'm so glad you guys are joining me today. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. Hello. How are Elvian? I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, Elvian. How is everybody? And today is an awesome topic for me. I am very passionate about this topic, and it is, hi Tina, how are you? It is about the importance of a budget. Hi Trisha, hello everybody. Thank you all for joining me. Now that you're all starting to come in, we'll really, start talking about this topic. And I have to tell you, first I thought to myself, well, stop. At first I thought to myself, oh, I might not have a lot to talk about in 15 minutes. But as I started writing notes for myself, I was like, whoa, I have a lot to talk about. So I will try and limit it though. But I am extremely passionate about the importance of a budget. And, you can be couponing and saving all kinds of money on your groceries. But if you're not taking advantage of those savings by having a budget, it's really a waste of your time, honestly. So budgeting is so important. It's one of the most important things you can do, so that so you know where your money's going. Budgeting is about having accountability. And I'm going to tell you a story first. And if you've read my book, I talk a lot about it in my book. And it was a hard thing for me to talk about at first, and especially for my husband. But when we realized how important it was and how it could affect so many people, we really, I put it in the book and really talked about it. And that is, for many years, Pat and I, my husband, have been married for, I don't even know how many years now, over 30. 1984 I got married, so that's 31, almost 32 years. Wow, that's a long time. Poor guy. But for 32 years, well, before that, for like 25 years, we never had a budget, and we went about our business, buying and spending. And you can get my book on Amazon. Thank you for asking, Jessica. Amazon has it. There is, it's just search Living Rich with Coupons, which is the name of the book. Thank you for asking. But for 25 years, we never had a budget. And he always had a job, and I always had a job or a part-time job while the kids were young. So I always had that kind of mommy job. I always like to call it, where I worked, part-time, three-quarter time around the kids' schedule. They were in school, I was working, they were home, I wasn't. So it wasn't a career, it was just a job to bring in extra money. So that was my contribution, and raising my kids and taking care of the family, that was my contribution. But I was doing a terrible job of managing the money, which was part my responsibility. And what I wasn't doing was budgeting. And for 25 years, we lived paycheck to paycheck. And before we knew it, well, not before we knew it, took 25 years, but we were in a lot of debt. But we never paid attention to it because we were always able to pay it. So we were always able to pay the monthly fees that went along. The monthly payments. So when the time came back 8 or 9 years ago, when my husband lost his job, not once but twice in 1 year because of the economy, that was when reality set in and slapped us in the face. And that is where I started couponing and really started saving money on our groceries so that we could put food on our table and make it and get by while we were going through unemployment. But what happened was I started really researching budgeting, and because we didn't have one and we needed to find out where our money was going. And I was in absolute shock at how much we were in a negative every month. And that's why budgeting is important, and it makes you accountable for what you're bringing in and what is going out. Now, it allows you to also say, am I living beyond my means? And we were, and we didn't know it. It also allows you to save for important future events. It also allows you to afford something that you may want to have in the future. And a lot of people think it's very restricting, but it's the complete opposite. What it had done for us became such a stress relief for us, because even when we had no money and had this budget that was like so hard, it was like we couldn't do anything. We were so it took so much stress out of our marriage, because we were both on the same page. We knew exactly how much money was coming in or not coming in, and we knew exactly how much money was going out. And it really took a lot of stress out of our marriage, a lot of stress out of us individually. And it doesn't matter for you if you are making $15,000 a year or if you're making $500,000 a year. It doesn't matter. Everybody needs the budget. You just need to know where your money's going and where it's coming from and where it's going, instead of wondering, where did my money go? Which is what we did after 25 years. We said, where did all our money go? Where are the things that we bought that we spent this money on? We didn't even have them anymore. So it really makes you accountable for what you're spending and where it's going. And for us, it took, with couponing, it took many, many, many years it took like 4 years for us with this budget and with couponing. And then finally my husband getting his job back. We stayed on this strict budget, and we finally, after 4 years, became debt free. And I could have never done that just with couponing if I didn't budget our money. Now, are we still on a budget? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. And we are still to this day saying, what can we buy? No, we can't do that. That's not in our budget. We do it nonstop. As a matter of fact, I have a Mini Cooper, which some of you probably know, but it's a stick. And I've been having a lot of back problems. Make a long story short, the clutch has really been bothering my back. So my husband's been driving it, and he does not like the car. I love the car. It's my favorite car. But we need to trade that in. I'm going to be so sad when it goes bye-bye. But we need to get a new car. And we're not going to get a new car. We're going to get a used car. And we've been budgeting the money for a car for years now. And we are not ready yet. So we are going to wait until we have enough money, which hopefully will be by the end of the year. And then we'll trade in my car and get a new, to us, used car for what we want. Of course, we can afford something now, but it's not what we want. So the point is that before I had a budget, I would have just said, oh, well, we have the money, and here I am debt free. And so why wouldn't I have the money? But I don't have the money because I have everything allotted for certain things. So before budgets, we would have just been like, well, let's just go get the car. And we would have bought it, and we wouldn't have paid attention to how much we were spending. We would have bought what we wanted. And now, because we know we are going to have a budget ready for it so that we could pay cash, we won't have it until what we want until the end of the year. We're waiting. So it's so freeing to know what you're spending, where it's going, where your money's coming, what money's coming in and where it's going. And, you know, in the beginning, I'm going to tell you, it wasn't easy for us. Number one, it wasn't easy because we didn't have any money at the time. He had no job, and we had a lot of debt, but we had to really, you know, it was a slap in the face, and we had to stick with a strict budget. And now we still have it. And oops, my phone rang in the middle. Sorry about that. Luckily, it still works. Thank goodness. So anyway, so that's why it's important. The budgets are important. So to sum it all up, I'm going to give you 10 some reasons why you need to have a budget, to sum up everything I just said. Number one, it gives you control over your money. Number two, it keeps you completely focused on what you're spending. Number three, you know where your money's going instead of wondering where it went. Number four, it helps you organize your savings and your spending, which is very, very important. Number four, it allows you to know in advance what you can or can't afford, as in the case of the car that we need to buy. Number six, it allows you to save for unexpected expenses. And we have speaking of that, we have a couple of posts that Megan's going to put links on that talk about the importance of the budget and also how to set up a budget. She'll put them in the, oh, you guys actually heard the phone ringing? That's so funny. Sorry. Actually, you know what it was? It was my dog groomer telling me that Cooper needs his schedule for his haircut tomorrow. I can tell by the number. Anyway, Megan's going to put those links. Oh, she put one in already for you to be able to take a look and read that information. Number seven, it takes the stress out of your marriage or the stress of you and your significant other, or just the stress out of you alone. It takes the stress out of that. And number eight, it allows you of any financial issues in advance that you may foresee coming up and to adjust for them before they occur. Number nine, it allows you to see where you're being wasteful. Maybe you are being wasteful with your groceries and you need to save more money on them. Maybe you're spending a lot of money on late fees or penalties or things like that. So you can see all that and cut back. And that's money right back in your pocket. It allows you, and number 10, it gives you peace of mind. It's so important. If you're couponing, make sure you're not wasting your money, that you're working so hard to save at the grocery store, and set up those budgets. So I'm going to actually take a look at any. Oh, you didn't hear the phone ring. Oh, okay, but it paused. I'm sorry about that. I'll have to figure out how to not have my phone ring when I'm doing this. Let me see if you guys have any questions. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Love the topic for today. We've had a budget for everything except our groceries, which I started 4 months ago, and I'm loving it. Awesome, Liz. Great. Jessica asked, which I mentioned earlier, where can I get the book? You can get it right on Amazon, and it's you can just search Amazon, and here's the book, Living Rich with Coupons, and talks a lot about our budget, how we were in debt, and couponing, and a lot of couponing tips in there for you as well. What's the name of the book? Like I just said. Oh, someone just got it on Kindle. Thank you so much. Let's see. I am doing the 52-week program. Is that where you put money in each week? I think that's probably what it is. We had that on the site. That's great. That's great for savings, but you need a budget so that you know where all your money is coming, all the money coming in, and where it's all going out. Thanks so much. We are putting budget, and thank you for saving us a lot. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming here. Yep, Lori, there you go. Lori's always got, and you know what? If you guys are in the area, Lori has, she always has great tips. She has a kids consignment shop if you're in New Jersey. Megan, Lori, put your link for your site on the underneath here so people can see your consignment information, because she's got she coordinates a great consignment shop that travels, I think, to different locations. So put your link in there, Laura. Another great book to read is The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Absolutely. That is a book I read in the beginning. So make sure you get my book. My book is going to just give you some inspiration, I hope, and show you where I came from, where I went, and how couponing and budgeting changed my life. But Dave Ramsey, Total Money Makeover, is a great, great, great book to really dig into budgeting and how to do it and how to get rid of debt. So that's a good book. Thank you. Anything else? Lori, make sure you put that link in there if you didn't already do it. If you sell a lot of books, will you be able to get the car in no time? You know what? I wish that people the book business, being an author at my level, is not that lucrative. Trust me. It's not. I don't have this big book deal. Trust me, it's not that lucrative. But maybe every little bit helps, you know. I'm going to start this. Thank you, Learning New Things. Great. I'm so happy. So that is, oh, you're the there, Lori just posted it, and she's got a great, we are a seasonal sale 2 times a year. So make sure you check out Lori's consignment shop for kids clothes and all kinds of stuff there. She's really got a great little business going. It's very impressive, and you can save money by getting all your stuff there, your kids' clothing and accessories. So thank you guys so much for coming. I love that you are all here spending time in my home with me. I appreciate it very much. And I'm thankful for all of you. Tomorrow we are going to talk about how I use cash envelopes to help me stay on budget. So I'm going to talk about that. You'll see my cash envelope system, which is falling apart, but it works. So I hope you'll be here tomorrow, and keep on couponing, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.